ladies and gentlemen. So we are back, and let me just get rid of that because that shouldn't have been on the screen. And tonight we don't have John directing, so I'm going to be a bit all over the place at times because I'm directing while hosting as well. But yeah, I'm joined by Matty. Greg. What happened there? Did I miss? Was someone picking their nose as they come on screen?
Pick a mix.
But yeah, so we're joined by Matty, Greg, and Kyle tonight. Unfortunately, Dave is not with us tonight, and he has, due to other commitments, decided to sort of take a bit of a back seat. So Dave won't be with us moving forward. He'll come on for the odd show, but in general, he's not going to be on every episode as such.
He's going solo. He's doing his own podcast.
He probably is, probably outgrown us. But yeah, let's sort of get straight into it anyway. Banners going across the bottom of the screen as it is with the sort of topics that we are going to be discussing. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. First thing I do want to discuss, which is it's in the order that things happened, is obviously the first game, Jonesy, which was Watford 4, Manchester United 1. And obviously the other big news that's come out of this weekend's fixtures is the fact that Ole is a goner. He's officially bye-bye. He's been at the wheel for probably longer than any of us would have expected initially. But yeah, he's officially
really good at it, was he?
No, he wasn't. But yeah, he's officially gone now. So thoughts on the game in general, Jonesy? Obviously, it was a bit of a disaster, mate. But the game in general, go through that, and then we'll bring on our thoughts on the whole sacking, and then what's to come next after that. But yeah, over to you.
Good penalty save, so.
Oh, well done, David De Gea.
And by the way, on the penalty front, are they two of the worst penalties you've ever seen? Well, especially the first one was toilet. But
just before I go into it, David, seriously, with that penalty,
what
is the point in VAR for the first one?
Yeah,
I get that VAR looked at it because he encroached the Firmino or whatever, Kiko Firmino. He went in the box before the kick was taken. But then surely that's a foul. That's a foul in our favour. If he's
your players did it as well.
Your player was encroaching at the other end of the
box. Player did it as well. That's why it got retaken.
What? So you're telling me if our players didn't, they'd give us a foul for that? I don't think they would have done. I think they'd have always let him retake that penalty, which is bollocks because you've not lost nothing. You've got another bite of the cherry.
Do you think he's got selective viewing, Greg, and only saw what he wanted to see in that?
Didn't see any United. Do you know what?
Yeah, didn't see any United player offside.
Just see the yellow shirt in there. That'd do. No, the game was abysmal. The game, I've said it so many times, but that really was up there with the worst game I've ever seen us play. It was a very throw the towel in performance. Like we're done with. Like it was like they just didn't. They knew they just wasn't. They didn't want to win that because they probably knew. I don't know. It's just what it seemed like. There was no fight. There was nothing. It was awful from everyone apart from De Gea, who's probably been our hero for all season. But from everyone else, Wan-Bissaka, I've fought that man's corner for a long time. But defensively, I don't think there's many better. I really don't. But as all-round general play, not good enough. No. It's just so disheartening when he gets the ball. It's a bit like watching one of them shit. You know, on Sunday you don't want to pass to the shit players because you know they're going to lose the ball. It's sort of like
name them. Name them.
Penals. No, love your puds. No,
killed him.
It's what whenever I see him receive the ball, I'm like, we're giving it away. You might as well just get back now. Everyone get back. But it was poor from everyone. Absolutely everyone. Yeah, bad.
It's already at you, Matty. Brilliant.
But yeah, no, there's not a lot to say on it. We literally got bopped. And I mean, like I said before, that game could have been 7-8-1, and I would not have even argued the toss. Well, look, we got Jurgen bopped.
You got Jurgen.
You can only see, you can see across the bottom of the screen the stats and that are going through.
20 shots.
And
20 shots.
Although two of the goals from Watford were in injury time, they both come late. the stats say it all, mate. Like I said, they've had 20 shots against you. Watford shouldn't be having 20 shots against a team like of Man United stature and the players that you guys have got.
With a Tom Cleverley in midfield as well, by the way.
And that's the other
By
thing.
the way, he was man of the match, wasn't he?
Yeah, he dominated that midfield. Yeah, all of them did. Even if their player called Loser, or whatever his name is, or fucking, or what, I don't know. Yeah, his name's something. He was something like that. But he was. They were taking the piss. They were just getting the ball. Pop.
Stop it.
It was madness, honestly. And it's just madness. I mean, I didn't think it'd be an easy game. I knew it'd be a tough game.
Yeah, but you fully expected to pick up 3 points there.
100%, 100%, and it was so bad. I didn't enjoy it at all. It was bad.
I just want to touch on a couple of incidents from the game. Like there was some bizarre goings on in that game. Just general play. Like what has happened to Fernandes since
Ronaldo?
Yeah, but is it Ronaldo?
He's been taking acting classes, obviously.
Yeah, no, mate, it is Ronaldo. I was saying this for a while when you lot signed him. I said, is that really like a good move? Because that could upset the balance. He's never really the same player for Portugal that he has been in a Man United shirt. And
it's just that bizarre. He was the main man.
I think he
killed it.
But I think that's pretty what he thrives on.
Like him. Much as
that's
I don't
what he
like
thrives
him,
on.
He was quality, but yeah, just what was he doing for that goal? Just
my problem with the whole Ronaldo thing is I don't think Ronaldo's he's not young enough now. He's not the same player where he can run about the pitch.
No.
For me, I would want him to be just stay up front. Sometimes you see him out wide and you think, well, what's the point? We can't even cross a football now because there's no one in there that's going to be able to stay in the box. He's done exactly what Harry Kane started doing, dropping so deep, and then you lose your number 9.
But the thing is, if he drops out of there, there's supposed to be like third man runner and stuff like that. If your other teammates ain't doing that, and that's what he's wanting, maybe he needs a rest for a little bit, so he starts doing that. He does stay up. He obviously gets goals. He's got another one tonight. Do you know what I mean? But it's like.
Oh, by the way,
if you ain't got the squad to do that,
no, it's. I mean, how can we say? The thing is, it's so hypocritical because yes, I agree with you, Tel. I do think he's a partial problem. He's winning us all our points, scoring all our goals. What can we do?
It's not that he's a problem, Jonesy. Because look, Ranieri hit the nail on the head. When they asked him about it, he's like, let me have him. I'll have him. He can play every minute that he wants. I'll have Ronaldo. Don't bother me. Yeah. And he's not the problem. The problem is...
You've got to work off of him.
Yeah, and I don't think you've got the players that, for one, are willing to carry somebody, like legs-wise, and two, have got...
He gets all the glory.
To play second fiddle. I don't think you've got the play... You've got too many egos as such that want to be... like the main man, but none of them are really superstars that have really had that kind of spotlight on them that someone like Cristiano Ronaldo possesses. And all of a sudden he comes in and it does add that extra bit of eyeballs. You know, obviously, like still Man United, it's a massive stage and whatever, but he's a superstar. Like, look at his fucking Instagram following and that. It surpasses.
He is a superstar.
Almost bigger than the sport. Do you know what I mean? He is a megastar, and I don't think you guys have got the players there that can really deal with
compliment him.
Yeah, being around that. Do you know what I mean?
But do you not think maybe if we get
but that doesn't affect his football, though, does it?
If we get a next level coach, do you think that comes down to the coaching again?
I think it plays a big factor in it. Yeah, I really do.
If you get someone in with a bit of like a tactical nous or whatever, that might be able to look at Ronaldo, play to his strengths, and think, well, listen, we're going to do this and this because it's going to. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't been working.
No, and he's right, Ben Ireland there. Harry Maguire is a superstar in Greece.
What was he playing at, by the way?
Very well, no. But look, that's another.
We'll come on to that, Greg. Don't worry.
We'll go straight onto it now. Like, he's almost validated all of the criticism that he had now. Like, you had people like Roy Keane completely hammering him. I see Simon Jordan backing it on TalkSport. in the last few weeks about this whole Man United scandal and whatever. But how poor is that from Harry Maguire? There's no defending it, is there?
No, it's 0 to hero to 0 again.
But
like supposedly in his eyes.
Time out. Yeah, let's just get it right. You can score all the fucking goals you want against Andorra and whoever fucking England are playing in the qualifiers. The Prem is the Prem. He's dribbling the ball out of defence like he's playing Sunday League and he's got serious time on the ball. In the Prem, you're just going to get closed down. They're just going to take the ball off you. And Watford highlight. Let's have it right. No disrespect to Watford. They're not even in the middle. They're not even a mid-table side, Watford. But yet you've got.
Should we just do donkey now?
They know Man United are a wounded animal, and they know that he's not good on the ball, and they've just gone bang.
No, but do you know what? Normally he's all right. Normally he's all right on the ball.
Listen, it's a bad mistake, but listen, when you're down, and when things ain't going for you, they normally come when you're fucking down in the dumps, and it just is. He's going for
but when I'm not being funny. When Watford are pressing with a team, and obviously he's had a good game, yeah. But it's him again, cleverly. Like he's nicked it off Maguire, isn't he? Like when you got, they obviously played well. Do you know what I mean? But you can't. You're getting pressed by Watford. You're getting pressed by Watford. You're conceding 20 shots in the game. It's like, what the fuck has happened to you? And then he's doing things like that. He's England captain, mate. Like.
How?
Is he not?
How?
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Not only that,
he ain't England captain. Harry Kane is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's a Man United captain. That's but like, what does he think? How does he think that's all right to do that in 6 minutes?
Yeah, no, it's madness.
It's a total lack of professionalism as well. Like you just don't do that. But even at 2-1, you had a chance, I think, of getting back in it.
We did,
Ronaldo played it back to Bruno. And I think that kind of, if Bruno had scored that, might have been a different game. You might have even gone on. They might have shit themselves.
We didn't deserve fuck all from.
I know you didn't.
I'm not gonna lie, we really didn't.
You often didn't deserve things out of a game and used to get things out of a game. But how the tables have turned now, like it's.
But we've been being bopped by every team we played for fucking a good couple of months now.
Yeah, well,
we don't.
Because except Leeds, you had a good couple of games doing counter attack, and then like he thinks that's the way to go all the time now.
Yeah.
Soak it up and do the counter.
It was awful. The game was terrible.
Well, Carrick's the saviour anyway.
Carrick's at the wheel.
Let's go on to that now quickly before we move on to like the next game. We might as well discuss. Ollie obviously got the sack straight after. Ben's giving that he's a bit slow mentally.
Well, it took too long. It should have been done there and then.
I'd say right.
It's been on the cards for a while, and that was final now in the coffin. By the way, I think Watford should be donkey of the week for scoring the final 2 to fucking really secure his sacking. That pissed me off. But I've seen a few different rumours as to where this is going. You boys, the board, seem to have been all in on the idea of getting Poch at the end of the season. So it was that. To be honest, it strikes me as a bit worrying from your behalf because it doesn't look like they actually had a plan in place. But it seems like it's like, fuck, well, Poch we'd like, but we'll have to wait till the end of the year because he's got a job. We'll put Carrick in charge now and then do that. But now it's sort of, there's a lot of rumours that have come about that maybe Poch could be available earlier because his situation ain't going to change. At the end of the season, you're still going to have to pay to get him out of his contract, as you would now if you went in for him.
But he's come out and said that he's happy at PSG now.
However, have you seen what happened in the last hour or so that they've approached that fella that was in charge of Barcelona, that Valverde?
Valverde, that's what
they've actually approached him for the interim position. Man United.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently he's one of 5 people that they've approached as a backup plan to Pochettino. So basically they've approached Poch now officially, because this is what Fabrizio Romano was saying on Twitter. So that they've approached Pochettino.
Another bit of Fabrizio Romano.
But it's come out that they've approached Valverde amongst 4 others that they want as sort of a caveat if they can't get Poch. Which is it smoke and mirrors now that Poch is coming out saying he's happy, or because for the last few weeks
he ain't going to say anything else, is he?
Exactly.
What was their score tonight?
They ain't played
They're
yet.
playing tomorrow. They play
They're
tomorrow.
playing tomorrow.
Oh, they're playing tomorrow. Sorry.
I think Poch is an upgrade. Poch is an upgrade on Ollie, but is he what I want?
Well, that's the thing.
Upgrade? Fucking hell.
He's never won
That's
anything.
like getting a Nando's black card for free, isn't it?
No, but he also ain't been. He also ain't been relegated and won a title in Norway. So or whatever Solskjaer.
True, but he's managing Paris Saint-Germain, who he didn't even win. He didn't even win Ligue 1 with PSG.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
I'm afraid if I got put in charge of PSG, I'd fancy winning the French division.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
And he
I
didn't
do,
even do
yeah.
that. So how good of a manager is Poch, really?
I don't. He probably wouldn't be my number one choice. He really wouldn't be. But
I mean, as much as it pains me to admit it, he took Spurs. I repeat, Spurs to a Champions League final.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
Monaco
not forget
got to a Champions League final. There's been some shit sides that have been to.
Yeah, but he still had to get them there. But when, like Kyle said, is he man? Okay, in an ideal world, Kyle, availability wise, who would you have if it was open?
Yeah, no, but I've said it for a long time. I'd love Brendan Rodgers. I just like what he's about.
To be fair, they're a beautiful, beautiful human beings.
To be fair, I think Rodgers, out of the names that are being bandied about, would probably be the best option.
I don't think Zizou's our answer either.
No, I make you right there. I don't think you'd have to connect with the players. I couldn't.
Just because he done things with Real Madrid again.
With a prime Bale and a prime Ronaldo up front.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
Unless he's got 350 mil to spend, let's have another conversation, basically.
Like, look at them players he had, all in their prime. Ramos, and
Modric.
Modric. What a player he is, by the way.
Cruz. Of course, you're going to be in the
Casemiro, Marcelo.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal achievement. He's won 3 back-to-back Champions Leagues, which is it's ridiculous. Like if a manager wins one in his career, you'd go, yeah, he's a fucking great manager. He's won
especially now with how tight it is with those sort of top tier sides. Yeah,
but it's quite feasible that a team of that caliber can do that, because to be honest, it wouldn't be out of reach of Man City going win 3 in a row now, or Liverpool going win 3 in a row, or like Barcelona from a few years back went and won 3 in a row. Like, it's not like it's inconceivable. Do you know what I mean? He's still done it, but he's got them players. Fucking hell, he should be in the running.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but he's outright just said he's not involved.
Yeah, but it's brilliant. I think that's quality. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can see Poch leaving PSG before the end of the season. I think there's too much talk of it.
There's too much politics at that point.
Hasn't Allegri just gone back to Juventus?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And well, look, the rumours are with Poch, Jonesy. With PSG, is they'd be quite happy for Poch to go because they
10 million.
He's quite sort of close with the Qatari lot. He was quite heavily involved. Zinedine Zidane.
So
he was heavily involved as an ambassador for their World Cup bid, Qatar. So he's quite close with all of them anyway, and obviously the France link and the Paris link and whatever.
10 million gets you Poch. Apparently, that's what they want.
Ain't my money, Greg. I've still got to go work tomorrow. So
no, I know that, but I'll just say, so it's costing you 18 million, which really and truly, it's not that bad. No. When you see, say Chelsea, for instance, they obviously sold Lukaku and then bought him back for 90 odd million.
Yeah,
so their decision.
They're 3-0 up, by the way, against Juventus.
Their decisions. No, fair enough. But I'm saying everyone makes mistakes like that. Like, they've had to spend 100 million to get a player back they already had. Yeah, so you always make. So 18 million ain't much of a thing if you're getting Poch who's going to come in and do things.
We just try and sell 100 more Ronaldo shirts. That's all, when we get our money back.
Mr. Tom, guys, did you hear? Ollie's no longer at the wheel.
Never breaking news. Yeah, no. But what I will say on Ollie, listen.
They sold Pogba.
What I will say, listen, I've not been his biggest fan probably for a long, long time. But
since 99.
I feel like he's
99 problems.
I feel like he's done what he came to do. He outstayed his welcome, but
what did he come to do then?
No, but he's got rid
Make
of the
friends.
well,
Did you see his interview?
I could
Has that not
have
worried you
cried.
more?
I could
Yeah.
have
Do you
cried.
not cry?
Yeah, but
No,
he actually was under the impression that he left the club in a good way. That's what I got from it.
That's what I
I've
mean.
done my bit.
Yeah, but do you know the thing is, he's actually done I suppose, what has he done? Second and third.
And he's got us to he got us to the final, which we could have.
You're Manchester United. He's won nothing.
No, I know, but we're not good enough to win. Yeah, but
you are. Look at your team, for fuck's sake.
Oh no, I know now.
Top
That's
or
what I'm saying.
in charge of you'll be challenging for the title and you'll be winning at least one trophy. So it's not that you're not good enough. You fucking are.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He ain't. Ollie ain't. I know he's been out of his depth for a long time, but
does that not worry you? Like his interview at the end. For one, it
doesn't worry him now.
The fact that they're interviewing him after sacking him.
Yeah, but he wanted that, didn't he?
But do it off your own account. Put your own thing out.
I think I get the idea behind it. I think he'll always be a club legend, and I think it was a way of sort of saying that his reputation is not tarnished by what's happened.
Why? Because he's still going to watch and support you.
He watched tonight. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say I was overly happy with the interview. I thought he was sad. I didn't want to see it. I don't like to see things like that. Like you, but no one was doubting how much of a nice bloke he was. He just wasn't good enough for the job. Yeah. That's all it is.
But the fact that he's coming out,
you're a nice bloke. Have the Man United job. Cheers.
And 7 million. Go on, off you go.
He seemed quite content with the fact that he's come back to the club and he's made a few more mates and he's reconvened with a few people that he knew from beforehand. And the football seemed secondary in that interview, which I just thought is really weird. It's like you're not there to make fucking friends with people. If you are, you might as well just be like, just a hanger on.
Yeah.
No. You're there to be fucking managing and winning shit.
Again, it just highlights what everyone's been saying from day one. We always knew he weren't good enough for the job. He didn't have the fucking experience or credentials to take that job. But the way we was playing, it was hard not to give him the job. But it was tough. We played really well. And as soon as he got the fucking 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Well,
Ski Sunday.
50 days. 50 days. That's it. That's when he last signed. That's when he signed it.
I do still love Ollie. I'm glad he's gone. I think it was the right decision. Wrong time because it should have been fucking 2 months ago. But yeah.
Well, I look forward to you boys beating Chelsea on the weekend and then Carrot getting a 3-year deal with all the same coaching staff that was there anyway. That'd be banter. So on that note,
the great British bantoff.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't mention that, by the way, because I'm watching that after this.
Oh yeah, sorry, we forgot you. That's more important to you. As well.
What's he said here?
Big germ sponge.
When Ollie tried to get alpha when talking about the Spurs dive in the 6-1 game, he sounded like Scrappy D. I don't remember that, but either or. Let's move on to the next game, which is running across the bottom of the screen. Which one of the boys is going to be buzzing to talk about and one isn't. So Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0.
I'm going to sit back for this one.
Matty, we'll start with you, mate, because obviously you've been on a really good run, like a bit of an unbeaten run. I don't know how many games it is. Was it 10 games? Been a good run. Like it was a bit of banter running through from Ben Ireland about the bubble being burst. But like
September, you haven't lost since September. Yeah. That's decent, mate.
Like you put, Matty, you've lost to Liverpool away. It's
look at the smirk on his face. Look, that's decent, mate. Look, he's.
No, mate. It's a good result for us, bro. Like they've been on a great run, and. I mean, they put up a good fight for about half an hour, and then obviously Arteta got involved. And then he got fucking. He got the teeth.
We were trying to bat it off like a cricket bat with a right arm fast bowler, just constantly throwing full tosses at the wicket. As soon as he scored that first goal, I knew it was fucking thanks for coming. Because you look at I think they showed it at the end. They might have showed it at the end of the game. I'm not sure if it was the start of the last 6 times we've played at Anfield. We standardly concede 3 or 4 goals. But I don't think we helped. I thought we had confidence playing out of the back against a team like Liverpool. And this is where I think Arteta might be a bit naive tactically, is that you just can't do that against Liverpool. You can do that against Newcastle and Watfords of this world and fucking whatever else. But against
I
Liverpool,
think you can try and do that, but you've got to be perfect. You've got to be perfect. And if one thing fucks up,
wheel, aka
you get punished. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he was doing for that second goal. I mean, it was Sunday League, let alone Premier League. I mean, Ben, how many touches?
Nuno had a Western Super, didn't he? To be fair,
well,
Mo Salah knows who he is now.
Yeah,
but in fairness, in weeks before that, Tavares has played very well. But I think you could quite clearly see at Anfield he was out of his depth. To be fair. I thought Lokonga gave the ball away too many times as well. It's just against Liverpool. The level is so different against Liverpool. You're playing at Anfield, hostile atmosphere. They know they've got a brilliant record against Arsenal, and they play to their strengths. Liverpool. They know as soon as Arsenal get that ball into feet, you just bang on the Listen, I'm not overly. I just the only thing from a personal point of view. I just wanted them to fucking keep the score down a little bit. 4-0 killed me. I could have swallowed 2-0. Like, I'd have taken that. Thanks very much.
The thing is, though, Matty, like we've said before, when like a Liverpool and a Man City in today's day and age, and Chelsea are slowly sort of going into that bracket now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, 100%.
4-0 almost isn't even that embarrassing against themselves because they can do that to anybody and do worse on quite a regular basis.
To sum it up in a sentence, you can see the class of the top three sides when they start clicking into gear. That fourth and below is just whatever it is. The Chelsea, the City, the Liverpool, they're outstanding when they decide to turn it on. And when they play each other, that fascinates me even more because it's like a battle of tactics, who wants it more, etc., etc. I think we're all just looking up like that at them threes, thinking like, I know West Ham have had a good little run and they lost at the weekend, but I know West Ham beat Liverpool, but they're not in the same quality. They're not even close.
Them three, Matty, that you mentioned, they're on another stratosphere, mate.
I mean, did you see the City game? The way they knock it about is just, you're just like that. Wow.
How good is it to watch?
Just the off the cuff stuff that just.
It's like,
but it's not off the cuff because they just know where they're each going to be, and it's like, I mean,
I'll give you a good example.
Say, for instance, Salah's goal, Alisson chips it out, Tsimikas heads it in, Jota heads it on, and then Mane is in and then just knocks it over. It's so simple.
I think I was hiding under the blanket at that point, so I might have missed that live.
No, but do you know what? They made it look simple. That ain't simple to do. To time the runs, to trust each other to do that. It's not simple to do, but it just made. And it's funny how we done that to you because of obviously the run that you've been on. I wasn't expecting to pick you like that. Do you know what I mean?
From our point of view, which I've highlighted before, and it's a big concern of mine, is the middle of the park. Because if Lokonga's walking,
Mr. Tom knows.
He's not wrong though, is he?
He's lucky he didn't get punched in the face, mate.
Proves not well. It is 9,052 teeth that he's got in the top row would have protected him. To be fair,
I reckon Jurgen bashes Mikel. By the way,
Mikel's tiny. Mikel's like a little Yorkshire Terrier. It's like against a Doberman. I mean,
don't give it then. Don't give it then.
I reckon Klopp's very Zangief.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he is. I think. He's windmilling, throwing the nut in, and all sorts. Klopp. He's no style there.
He's a biter, and I reckon he'll bite your ear off or something.
Again,
Suarez times two.
Before we go down the banter route that this already is for this game, I thought it highlighted again how weak we are in the middle. I'm not having Thomas Partey. I don't know what it is.
I don't rate him, Matty.
I would say 7 out of 10 performances I've seen, he's not been very good.
I think.
Or is it just me? Has anyone else got an opinion on this? Because
I thought the exact same thing.
I'm mad when I'm saying this. I think he's very average.
I think the same, Matty. I've never watched him
and thought, wow,
yeah, he's fucking class. I actually in that like obviously you've been like battered, but
Yeah.
Lokonga actually stood out in that game for me. Like when he's on the ball, now he looks.
He looks tiny, but again,
when he was at Atletico, he was a sub, bruv. He wasn't playing that. He only played. He only played
for them.
No, he did towards the end because they'd sold a few players. But he's a sub for ages. Like he wasn't good enough really to be playing for them. And he's come to Arsenal for. He's come to Arsenal for big money, and it just shows. And the thing is, he's left Spain to come to play in the Prem. It's a harder league, more scope on you.
On the ball like you have.
And you're playing for a big club like Arsenal. The scrutiny on your performances is going to be high, so you need to play well. Otherwise, you're shit.
I just think they have to have a serious look at the midfield options come the summer, because I don't think we're going to go out and splash big money on a centre midfielder in January. But I'm not even. I go into every game thinking like I don't know. I don't know what the best combination is in the middle of the park. And I thought Maitland-Niles was well unlucky not to start that game. He's been good in the last couple of weeks.
He's played right.
It is a big step for any young player who's not really had a lot of game time in that position. But to sum it up, Liverpool are a class above. Yeah. We got picked after the first goal. We got picked off. As Ramsdale said, we're not going to play Liverpool every week, and we just take the loss and we move on. It's as simple as that.
Liverpool were phenomenal. They are phenomenal.
But we got battered. Hands up, we got battered. And I hope it's a lesson for next week. Don't take Newcastle too lightly and think you're just going to piss that, because
go to work, mate.
An easy game.
The thing is, though, Matty, like you said, you're not going to be playing Liverpool every week.
No.
And a team in Arsenal's position...
Can we play them every week? Sorry, Matty.
Although the end goal is to be sort of challenging your Liverpool, Cities, Chelsea's at the moment, that isn't like what you're going through as it stands. So
the golfing class
results against them teams are almost secondary. You need to make sure you go back to the drawing board this weekend, beat Newcastle, and then it doesn't matter, because then you've only lost one.
Then we got Man United at Old Trafford, which I bet we still struggle. We'll still struggle there. We'll struggle.
I think
no matter how bad United are playing, we will struggle. I guarantee.
We'll be a different kettle of fish now. Definitely.
We don't. We've got to improve our results against the top sides. We notoriously lie down against the so-called top three. We've got to start picking up the odd point here and there rather than just getting beat all the time. I know we beat you last season at Old Trafford, though, didn't we? 1-0. But that's the first time we beat you in donks in a Premier League away.
The thing is, you competed, but only for a third of the game.
Yeah, we were hanging on before we conceded the goal. How many times did Gabriel or Ben White or Tomiyasu make an interception?
No, I know. You competed. But that's what I'm saying. You competed, but it was only for the first third of the game, and then after that, it was like...
I wanted to turn it off after Mane scored because I knew what was going to happen.
Is Ben White? There's rumours that he's still sliding. He's still going.
He didn't have the best of games.
Are you throwing big licks about Ben White when you have Harold Maguire playing centre half for your football team?
No, boy, it was just so funny. Listen, it was that goal for me turned me on a little bit. It gave me a bit of a semi.
Oh, is that because you're a Liverpool fan now? It gave me a semi. You're a Man United fan.
Tell, change the badge.
Yeah,
change the badge.
Put this badge in.
Might as well swap that around, Phil. Oh, Johnny Turncoat over it.
No, it's no, but it was.
Oh no! Oh, get away!
To score a goal like that, just to sit him on his arse and then fucking.
Oh yeah, it took the absolute piss. But cheers, Nuno, for your Sunday League pass.
Oh no, it was bad.
What was he looking at?
Pass it that way. I just don't.
Yeah, he was facing forwards, and he still had space to go into, and he just thought, right, I'll play it sideways.
I'll just pass it without looking. I'm Ronaldinho, and all of a sudden, you've blinked and it's a goal. And you're like,
are you not taught this? Like who in their right mind, no matter what level you're playing, you do not do that pass ever.
No,
not inside.
I don't think I'd ever do it. I think that would be the last thing that ever crosses my mind, and I'd only pass it there once I've probably taken about 3 minutes to turn my body around and face that way.
Well, it would take you 3 minutes to turn your body around, but anyway.
You just don't do that pass, do you? Who passes that in that area?
You'd boot the ball, will you? You just boot it.
Wallop.
Have it.
Toe punt and all sorts, yeah. Fuck it.
And then give it the old shout, out.
Up we come.
But yeah, better days for us from our point of view.
Yeah,
I don't even think
definitely.
Greg needs to speak about how good Liverpool were.
Oh no, I do.
Go on, mate.
Phenomenal.
No, I'm joking. I mean,
They were very good. Simple.
no, yeah, it was good. Like, as I said, I didn't think we were going to batter them. I was expecting quite a good game.
Be nice.
No, but it's weird. You know, I wasn't expecting to come out like that. But like the goals that they scored was obviously decent. You know what I mean? It's a bit like what Matty said to you, Carl. To be fair, if it weren't for Aaron Ramsdale, it could have been a lot worse for them.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Like he's pulled
good
off
is
some.
that geezer, by the way? Fucking hell.
He's stepped up a hell of a level.
I think he probably could have done it. He admits himself he should have done a bit better with Mane's header. He got a hand to it, but maybe the pace took it in. Maybe I think when he it down and it's gone. Yeah,
I think he would have been a bit unhappy because I mean the saves that he's made to keep you at 4 or 3, whatever it was at the time when he was making the saves. There was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You know, Jota tried sending the way he weren't going, and he still got a hand to it and stuff like that. Like he's just stepped up a hell of a level, and he's on a bit of a purple patch. He's playing decent.
I don't know how he can't be England's number 1 moving forward.
But
sure.
yeah,
Trent should be his number 2 and all. I'm telling you, fucking what he's just assisting for fun at the moment, isn't he? That fucking hell.
I mean, mate. It's silly. Like his numbers are at the end of the day. What is he? 21, 22, and he's gone through a blip. And you know you don't mind that at that age because of what he's done so far in his whole career. And he's come. It seems like he's coming back stronger. So it's only going to be benefiting us. He might, and as I said, I think I said this to you, Carl. Like, he might go through another dip at some sort, like in some stage in his career. Yeah, and he probably will, but it makes him better. Like I see pictures, like I've seen a picture of him now, like how big and ripped and that he is now. Like he's turned into an athlete, like, and he's really worked on his game. You can see it, and it's coming out now. Like, and fair play to him for coming back, like that bit stronger and that. He's probably still got a lot of work to do. Like he's still not the finished article, but that period where things weren't coming off for him, that's over now. Like he's back, putting it on a sixpence and just, you know, getting involved and scoring goals and driving us forward and that. Like, I just think it's just good to see again.
In a team as good as yours, I don't think he needs to be a very good defender in a team like yours. To be honest, you don't really need him for that.
Well, no, but it would be nice because he is a fucking right back. He should be able to defend.
No, I know, but I just feel like
whatever the quality's going forward,
not many teams are going to come and just take the piss out of you. So you're 9 times out of 10, you're going to be on the front foot. You're going to be
I get that. I
don't think he needs to be as good defensively as in.
To be fair, I heard Darren Bent on radio earlier. He was saying Kyle Walker's still our best right back. And
no chance.
I'm like, no chance.
He's not even
maybe play him as a back. Maybe play him as a back 3. No, to be fair, their left back, their right-footed left back is better than him.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, Cancelo.
Oh my God, that
to
ball!
Be fair, there's 3 fullbacks in the Prem at the moment with Cancelo, and Trent.
Reece James scored again tonight.
Yeah, I see his goal.
And the thing is, you can put Chilwell into that conversation this season as well. As much as I don't really like him anymore, he's a bit slimy and smarmy for me. But he's, but yeah, he's really performing again after being taken out of their team and then put back in. Obviously now,
it's true. Well, let's draw a line under that anyway. Good win for you boys, Greg and
Carl. Very good. Yeah, I was proper happy with that.
What's that, Kyle?
And me. Good win for Greg and me.
Sorry, and you. Yeah.
And anyone listening, Carl's converted to Liverpool.
Let's get on to
another shirt in the
Leeds game. So Tottenham 2,
along with the Crystal Palace one.
Leeds United 1. All the bits and bobs are going across bottom of the screen as we speak. So all the stats are there. But
I just watched the highlights of that game actually before.
That was an hour and a half. I'll never get back.
It was a good game, to be fair.
Good game. Good game.
You obviously didn't watch it. If you...
No, Tottenham were shit.
First
Well,
half.
yeah, but I don't think that was Tottenham being shit. I think that was us being good. And then we run out of steam. And look, one of the things with us at the moment is we've got no depth.
Yeah, that's we spoke about this about Leeds for quite a while now. If they get a few of their main characters injured, it just kills them. They need their starting 11 available to compete.
Yeah, Rafinha, you need
your Rafinha, Rodrigo's.
Well, this weekend we've had Junior Firpo, Luke Ayling, Patrick Bamford, Rodrigo, and Rafinha all out.
What's going on with Bamford? Any chance? Or
didn't Firpo play? He came on.
He came on with about 15, 20 minutes left, but you could see he's rusty, mate. He didn't look clever. But yeah, he's on his way back. But on the Bamford thing, he was back in training today. They posted a video.
I see that.
Of him on there, so he is back in training finally, and so is Robin Koch as well. They posted a video of them both playing like keepy uppies and that, which is Rafinha. So that it's like moving in the right direction. But like we said, Matty, like about our depth. If we've got 5/6 first team players out.
Yeah,
all at once.
But that would kill any team.
Exactly. And
you haven't had the rub of the green in that respect this season. Not unlike last season, where
you lot weren't that nice when it happened to Liverpool, mate. You fucking still saying now you should be good enough and all that.
Is that 5 players?
He is, to be fair.
We talk about. We were playing people out of position, centre backs.
Again, I don't think I could take it.
I meant when we were champions, you mugs.
Sorry. I haven't been able to say that sentence for a long time. It's just nice to hear someone say it.
But yeah, so I saw a stat actually based on our depth this season, and over the 12 games in the Prem this season, our average age, based over the 12 games that's been on our bench, is 20.
Wow.
That goes to
younger
show,
than ours, and we got the youngest squad apparently.
Do you know what I mean? That goes to show, like you're playing against like teams of Tottenham's caliber who
it's a good
can
point,
look at their bench,
to be fair.
and they've got players like Dele Alli. I know he's majorly out of form, but they've got players like Dele Alli that they can look at on the bench and go, "Oh, look, we'll bring Dele Alli on." And people of that caliber, and we're looking at Stuart McKinstry, who's never played football at professional level.
Ain't Keenan. Is Keenan not going to get a shout soon?
Oh, he's way off, mate. He's only 16. He's
16?
Is he?
Yeah, he's only 16.
I thought he was about 18-ish, sort of. I thought he was a bit older than that.
No, he's 16, maybe 17, but he's 2 or 3 years away from being at that level. The ironic thing is they took a kid, called Archie Gray with the travelling squad.
Oh, Eddie Gray's
Eddie Gray's nephew, he's 15 years old. He's the captain of England under 18s.
How old? 15.
15. Wow. He's captain of England under 18s, and he is sensational. So I think in the next year or so, he might even make a pro debut for us, and he's a fucking baby. It's a big sign that they've taken him with a travelling squad to sort of integrate him. But yeah, it's one of them. But there's a lot of positives I took out of that game. Like the first half, we completely dominated them.
I see that.
It was a travesty that we was only 1-0 up at half time. Calvin Phillips, they played him at centre back, and literally he marked Harry Kane.
Yeah, he just dealt with him. He was rubbish on the
Harry
train.
Kane.
It went wrong when he come out of defence.
Yeah, but that was all down to there was a knock-on effect. So Click, 100% fit. So he had to come off after about an hour, and then because we've got no other central midfielder on the bench, Click and Forshaw come off. Forshaw's only just come back. They've both come off at the hour mark, and then we've got no midfielder. So Calvin has to go back in there. Strout gets
Tyler Roberts.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's all to accommodate one player. You can't just take one off and bring on a ready-made replacement. We're having to shuffle around 3 or 4 players. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Lucas Moura and Son, who Pascal Struijk had kept both of them in his pocket. He's been playing at left-back Struijk, and he was immense. and Moore and Son were non-existent, and Kane was non-existent through Phillips. And if you take Moore, Son, and Kane out of their team, like
nobody,
not really anything to worry about.
No,
they've been poor for a long while. But the funny thing is, they're still not doing that bad in the league. How does
they're not. But look, you only have to look at their squad, though, mate. They've
got some really good players.
The point we were making, they're going to do all right. Then, like worst case scenario, they're going to just miss out on Europe. Like,
I can't see them. They're not going to be any worse than what they were under Nuno, under Conte. They're only going to get better, I would say. But
you've got some fixtures coming up as well, haven't you? You boys, fucking hell, you've got a tough run, man.
Look,
we got Leeds in a few weeks.
Our next 3 games are vital now, because as much as I've been sort of saying early on in the season, like wait till 10 games and then we'll judge and this, that, and the other. We're at 12 games now and we're 17th. Now look, Bandy's got a point. And the thing is now, I've got to look at it, and regardless of who we've got to come back, who've been missing, this, that, and the other, they're all secondary points. Your league position's all that matters. And we're in a relegation battle. Our next 3 games, we've got Brighton away, and then Palace and Brentford.
That'll be a tough game.
Oh,
yeah,
and
they're fucking decent.
And then Palace and Brentford at home. And to be honest, I think we need a minimum of 6 points out of them 3 games. I'm going into them and thinking you've got to win your 2 home games. Anything at Brighton's a bonus. Win your 2 home games. Then all of a sudden you're mid-table, and you're going into a horrible run of fixtures. Then where you like. I'll read out the teams who we've got after those 3. We've got Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. That's our run before Christmas.
And a happy New Year.
No, but you know what? It's fun. I know you say you do need 6. I get it, but I wouldn't be surprised if you got none out of all them. They're very tough games. Brentford are a tough game. Palace tough. Brighton tough.
Exactly.
And they're your 3. They're your 3 easiest games.
There's no easy game in any of them.
No, there ain't.
No easy game.
You can really do with Norwich in there.
But that's why we've got to really, in my head, we've got to get 6.
But surely some of your players will be back by the time you get
just to try and gain some points to get closer to the target.
Yeah. And look, Bremner's Ghost has got a good point. It's no more of a hell month than last April was. We had all these top sides then, and we was actually top of the form.
It's better if you get them in a cluster. It's better because then you got a long time then afterwards to play teams in and around you, maybe a little bit above you, try and pick up good results all in a row, sort of thing. Get them out of the way. It is better. Yeah. I prefer to play like, as you obviously separated us, the Man City and Chelsea's, get them out of the way early, which we have, and now we can just concentrate on racking up wins after win. Do you know what I mean?
All right,
it's time to play them because they haven't been able to gain any form. They're just it's like a even sort of playing field, I suppose, as it were.
Yeah. And look, the good sign, and I've been saying it for a few weeks now, the good sign is the teams below us, Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, although a few of them have picked up points and got closer to us.
Maxwell.
They're at full strength. But they're at full strength and they're still below us. We are massively depleted. We're playing children and we're still above them.
Children.
We are.
No, it's just when
you the way you said it.
And we've got
children.
Like in the next week or 2 weeks at least, we've got Bamford, Firpo, Koch, Rodrigo, and Rafinha will all be back. Massive. And Ayling will be very.
I forgot about him.
He'll be very near as well. So all of a sudden, once they all come back, even if they don't all walk into the starting 11 straight away, which nobody else won't.
The squad though, doesn't it?
Yeah. All of a sudden, say you've got a half fit fucking like Ayling.
Where's Shackleton?
Bamford, he's injured as well.
Central.
You've got these players to sort of look at a bench and go, yeah, look, rather than bring on some fucking sixth form kids, you can bring on actual professional football that are going to offer something. And Bamford's vital. Like as much as Joe Gelhardt started up front, it was his first start the weekend against Tottenham, and he was fucking brilliant. I think the kid really is going to be something.
Show some good feet in patches,
mate. Brilliant little player, and I love the confidence of him. He's like a little barrel. Like he just fucking bounces off people, and he's not afraid to get stuck in. And he'll pick up a ball and he'll just go, "Oh, I'm going to fucking run at you and have a shot." And he don't think twice. He doesn't hesitate. He don't think, "I probably should give it to one of the senior pros." Like he just has a go. And there's a lot of comparisons with him and Wayne Rooney at that age because they're a similar build, both Scousers, this, that, and the other. And a lot of the youth like managers and that at England level have compared him, and I can see that because Rooney was similar. He never looked like a kid. He was always physically strong, could deal with it, and was confident.
Yeah, but he did it at 16.
Yeah, Rooney was better. Rooney was better at 16 than what he is now, though.
Well, yeah, but like all I'm saying
now
is
he's retired.
Similarities. Yeah.
No, I like Joffy.
And you've got to take into account, like, name me another, like, people ain't getting debuts at 16 anymore.
No,
that doesn't happen. You're lucky to have made a Premier League debut before you're 20 nowadays. Like, genuinely, there's very few that actually bring through young kids. Like, it's not really commonplace. They get loaned out to Championship and League One and things like that. Very few of these Premier League sides are bringing through like kids nowadays. So it's harder for them. What's that? Children, yeah. But yeah, look, there's positives to take out of it. And
well, Man City are reeling them in, aren't they? Like
like Casey Palmer.
Every player.
McAtee or something?
Yeah, McAtee.
He looks like a new Foden, doesn't
he?
Cole Palmer.
I've never seen that.
Cole Palmer. The commentator was like, "It's like David Silva's just cloned himself and left them at Man City."
Did you see how many times he played one of them defense splitting balls just for one of the wingers to just the timing of the pass was unbelievable. That Foden is just ridiculous. He's unbelievable. He can do everything. That kid, everything.
You think he's won? That Cole Palmer's 0.2, and then that McAtee's like 0.3. It's like they're all the same sort of player.
When did this McAtee start playing? I've never even heard of him.
It was his debut.
Oh, what, the last game?
Yeah.
Cole
Palmer. Yeah.
Back to you, Leeds boys. Like again, I think Bremner's Ghost said something about just having them players back on the bench. I think he said something about even if they've got it lifts the players on the thing as well because you know you've got people that can come on and change the game.
Yeah. And the other thing is,
it will take a while for them to bed back in, but
it drives them players that are on the pitch. Like we've all had it, boys. Like even at Sunday League level, if you're playing and you've got like one of us playing centre midfield, for example, and you've got a couple of half decent centre midfielders that are sitting on the bench,
maybe I would have passed it to Greg.
Yeah, but you're thinking, fuck me, I better put. If there's no one else on the bench to play centre mid,
exactly.
Subconsciously take your foot off a little bit, like because you don't really have to perform to the top of your ability.
You ain't getting dragged.
Yeah. And that must be going. I know, like they won't be purposely thinking that or whatever, but subconsciously, you must look over your shoulder and think, yeah, I'm all right still. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to get dragged for a fucking 12-year-old.
No, yeah. But no, we've all had it on a Sunday as well.
Ain't that supposed to be the other way around, Ben?
When you go and play a game on a Sunday, if you know you've got 15 players that are good, you're like fucking it. You think we've got a good squad here. We can get. Yeah. If you're going there with fucking, oh mate, I know you're waiting for the 154 bus, but can you come and play a game of football for us? And you know what I mean? Like, when you're picking
him up on the way,
yeah. Coming in, you're like, what's the point? It's demoralising a bit, isn't it? But
before we move on as well,
lift the squad.
I do want to bring up another stat based off of this game. So one of my gripes, and to be honest, every Leeds fan in the world is the same, is Tyler Roberts.
Oh,
children.
Shouldn't be anywhere near a fucking football pitch, let alone the Premier League. But this stat literally sums up like how bare bones we are. The fact that this fucker still gets a game for us. Joe Gelhardt in the game against Tottenham had more shots on target than Tyler Roberts has had in his last 50 games for Leeds.
Wow.
Is he done for you now? Is he done? Is he like, no coming back from this?
He's got to go.
Yeah, but the thing is, Bielsa seems to
like him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't see it. He must be fucking sensational in training.
I think that little fella who's the interpreter is giving him the wrong instructions. To be fair. I mean, he quite gets it. This is 50 games now, mate. 50, yeah.
I'm just wondering if he's wearing his Barnet like Calvin to confuse him and make sure he's getting a game or something, because he's fucking. I don't know what he's offering. He comes off even in fucking injury time the weekend. Like, we're chasing the game, 2-1 down. We've got a throw in, like halfway into their half on the left back position. It's like you want to take a quick throw, knock it back, and whip it in the box. Yeah. Furbo's thrown it to Roberts. Roberts has gone to knock it back, and it's hit his knee and gone out for a throw in. And it was.
Yeah, but he's a Wales international and all. Like,
so was Hal Robson Cano.
And it's got to that stage now, I think, with the league.
In the championship.
I heard one of my mates who was at the game said it. It was like, it's beyond the position where you're getting angry now when he does stuff like that.
You just know it's going to happen.
You just chuckle to yourself. It's like, oh, God, he's done it again.
Yeah.
And it's brutal, mate. It really is.
Bless him.
And yeah, Bandy, you're right. Like, when I saw the lineup, I weren't confident at all. And we done a lot better than what I thought we was going to.
Like you said, positives. Take the positives.
He's fucking and again, another positive, Dan James. Look, the guy's got his first goal for us this weekend.
That run for the goal was fucking fantastic, by the way. He
Harrison.
got in the middle of the centre back and I just seen that was clever. That was clever.
And
very clever.
Jack Harrison.
Jack Harrison did well.
He was back to more like the Jack Harrison that we like become accustomed to. He was beating players for fun, and he looked better this weekend. And Dan James, like, I noticed even from when he scored, all of a sudden he was a different player. He was running at people, beating them, and he had about 8 shots on target, I think, or he had 7 or 8. Yeah,
it was some players are like that. They need something to happen for them to actually spark and then think, right, I can do it.
He nearly put
rather than just do it straight away.
Yeah, he nearly put us 2-0 up in the second half. About 10 minutes into the second half, he ran down the right wing. He beat 2 or 3 players, and then the next, I think it was Dyer, was just backing away from him, and it was coming towards sort of his left foot, and he was on the right hand side of the goal, and he took a cheeky little outside of the right foot poke towards the far post, and it caught everyone unaware. And Tottenham were lucky that Lloris had such a good game, because he made a great save. A lot of keepers wouldn't have even been ready for it because he took it so quick and so early, and it weren't on. But it was, he was really unlucky, and I was very impressed with James. It's good to see him perform like that. I have to see Dan James, but he was in refs. No, that's that I don't.
But would they drop Rafinha into the 10? Would he go in the 10? Would you be happy with like Dan James, Harrison with Rafinha behind Bamford or something like that? Or
at full strength, Bamford's up top. I'm going Rafinha on the right, and then it's a toss up for me between James and Harrison on the left, and then Rodrigo in the 10. That's me at full strength, but full strength is a long way off. And as it stands, like Rafinha and Rodrigo will probably be back the weekend. I would still start Joe Gelhardt up top the weekend. And I would probably have Dan James in the 10 with Rafinha on the right. And James and Gelhardt can just chop and change, because James has been playing central most weeks anyway. But I'd sort of chop and change him and Gelhardt for next week, and have Rafinha on the right. Yeah, look, Ben Island's in. Rafinha's better cutting in. Yeah, he is. He sort of goes here, there, and everywhere anyway, Rafinha, but he's lethal going down the right.
On the right. Yeah.
Why wasn't Lloris hanging up to them? How will we keep our better players? To be honest, investing is the way we're going to keep our better players.
If you don't, it could be trouble.
Yeah, and I think we might go and get 1, maybe 2 in January, although that isn't normally our policy. But just because of the injury problems, I think we will. But then the end of the season, I think we're going to go big. I think the 49ers investment has given us quite a bit more money. And I think they've already spoke about it. Radrazani's already hinted that they're going to go big at the end of this season. The main priority was staying up this year. Once we do, because the stats say something ridiculous. Like most teams that stay up the first year in the Premier League, like it's like 70% of them stay up in the first season. But the ones that do, something like 85% or 90% then go down in the second season. Mm-hmm. But then if you stay up in the second season, it's normally
more likely, to consolidate.
Yeah. So that's their sort of main plan. And then if we stay up this year, which I still think we'll stay up, I don't think it's going to be a great season for us. We're going to be in a battle, but I think we'll be good enough to stay up.
Yeah, I think.
And then next year, I think in the summer, there's going to be a bit of a clear out and we're going to go big. I think your likes of Click, Roberts, players like that are going to be cashed in on while we can. At the end of the day, Wales International, Poland International, you're going to get, like Click will probably go to Bundesliga for sort of 5 to 10 million. Like Roberts, you'll probably sell to a championship club for 10 mil. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's been playing in the Premier League for 2 seasons. That's nothing nowadays.
Scotland, mate. He'd have to go up to Scotland, I reckon.
But
it'd be a good move.
He ain't going to Celtic, so he can go to the Harbour Mob.
But you've got players like that we can sort of get a bit of money in from, and then you can all of a sudden you can sign 2, 3, 4 players at 30 mil. Do you know what I mean?
Man United keep their stars when they get relegated. Savage.
Love it, Lolo.
Savage.
You'd have to pay me to take Roberts. Yeah, I'll drive him wherever they go myself. He'll go to Cardiff or Swansea, mate. But yeah, that brings that game to an end as well, boys. We're at the hour mark now, so we'll quickly run through our prediction standings.
Fucking hell.
Which, like Hannah Bagley we had on last week.
I did get that game right though, the Leeds game. Yeah,
you did. Yes, you did.
Fuck for that.
Yeah, let me just
whack it because I didn't get the other ones right. That's for sure.
You fucking copycat. Pick your own scores.
No, no.
There's the table.
Oh, neck and neck.
As it stands. For those who have joined us late, Dave is going to be taken out of that table. So
and his points they're going to be given to Terry.
Yes, and I'll have his exact scores. Yes, because Dave's got other priorities now, so he's not going to be able to be on the pod full time. So I'm going to be 4th, which is still bottom, but brilliant. But yeah, so that's the current standings as it is.
Should we not get John? Should we not get John in on this?
We should. I'll tell you what. John can take over Dave.
Yeah.
Director John can take over Dave.
So he gets his points as well, yeah?
Yeah. That's what we'll do. He can take over Dave's.
I worked hard for these points.
Exactly, yeah. But look, that's
or maybe they can choose it as a group. Yeah, on the Stoop boys.
Yeah, that. Yeah, we could. Yeah, however we want to sort of go with it.
For that result, for their results. Whatever.
But these are the fixtures here, boys, for this weekend. So we're going to go through and make our predictions for them now. Let me just take it off screen so all the guys and girls can see us. But yeah, so we'll go through them. Give me 1 second. Let me just open up my spreadsheet. Right. So yeah, just to run through last week's scores. Anyway, Kyle, you got 7 points. You got 1 exact and 1 correct. Greg, you got 4 points. Matty, you got 5. So you got 1 exact, which was Spurs Leeds. I got fuck all. And Dave got fuck all. But I'm blaming Hannah Bagley. Yeah.
Bandy, who's this Kyle at the top? Bob.
What's this?
Your name's getting changed to Bob. Hot skins.
There we go. Lola. John's pick New York Rangers. Yeah, it's about right and all. But yeah, so let's go through anyway, boys. I will call them out and we will go in order of the league table.
Go on, Kyle.
As we. Oh no, didn't we change this? Because Kyle.
I'm happy to go first. I'm happy to go first. Go on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've had a little break. Come on.
Right, okay then. So, Arsenal, Newcastle.
2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. Oh, God. Okay. And Greg.
3-0.
Matty.
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1.
He'll get some shitty little goal.
Some Maxima score. Here, Berry one. Or Joe Linton. Joe Linton.
He scored.
Yeah, he scored.
He scored.
I
tell
couldn't
you
but what about his last minute? Fucking Jordan horrendous.
That was horrendous, wasn't it? So
What was he up to? That summed up.
That was terrible.
That summed up Joe Linton in a nutshell. In a nutshell, that was him just literally got there and fall over. It was just like, what the fuck, man? You've done everything. You've done everything.
Boys, we'll get on to Joe Linton in a minute because we'll do a donkey and ball of the week. So, Arsenal Newcastle. I'm going to go with 2-0 to the Gooners.
It's a good score. It's a good score.
Next one, Joe. We've all gone different there as well. So, you know.
Kyle still gets
right. Newcastle probably
got to go for the points, innit? You've got to go adventurous. Go for the points.
Jonesy, Liverpool versus Southampton.
This could be a fucking cricket score, man. Seriously.
6-0.
Yeah, man. I think Liverpool are going to town. I'll behave, Bandy.
Greg?
You just changed it twice in a minute.
Yeah, he went from 2-all.
2-all, 3-2, yeah? Oh, good, mate, yeah. Fucking hell.
5-1.
That Leeds fan base getting on, all right.
Sorry, Greg?
5-1.
5-1. Matty?
4-0 to the Mickey Mousers. They're not getting a goal, Southampton, I don't think.
4-0. I'm going to go 3-0.
It's got 2-1 Southampton written all over.
And Che Adams.
He's on full.
Yeah.
Next one up, Jonesy. Brighton and Hove Albion versus Leeds United at the Amex, which we've never won at, as far as I know. Yeah, mate, we're always fucking dreadful against Brighton.
Tyler Roberts hat-trick, tell.
3-1 Brighton.
Oh, fuck me. Brighton ain't won in 8 games, and you're going 3-1 Brighton. Okay.
You bladders of pants.
Greg.
I'll go with 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. That's a tough one, that Lolo, actually. Who's going to be the better captain option with Salah or Trent?
It's points all over the board, Lolo.
I've got a feeling that Leeds are due something. I'm going to go 1-1.
Oh, thanks.
They're due something.
That's a point. The rest of you lot are saying they're going to get beat.
Chip
It's a big point.
Chip Steelers is quality.
Brighton aren't that. Chip Steelers. I talked about that a minute ago. You lot just tapping over your head.
No, I think it comes up on your screen before it comes up on mine. That's why.
Yeah, because you're commenting.
Yeah. And started talking about something else. So.
No, it's the same for me. You're commenting before I'm even seeing it.
You told me Bandy's predictions before I even fucking see him. I was like, well, that's going to pop up twice.
He changed it twice in a minute.
Seagulls equals Chip Steelers.
Or ice cream Steelers, even.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Children Steelers.
I'm going to go with 1-0 to Leeds. I was going to go 2-1 as well.
Don't laugh, Greg.
No, hang on.
He's laughing.
Ain't you got to ask the fans?
He's laughing at Terry. He's laughing at
Ain't you got to ask the fans?
Why is that?
No, you. I thought you were getting all your predictions off the fans, no?
No, I don't have
that was for one episode
only.
Oh,
that was just one episode only.
And then I let Hannah Bagley do it and got 0 again. So
never asking them again.
Cheers, Hannah.
Last one up: Chelsea versus Man United. Kyle.
Spanked.
We've got no Maguire. I wonder if Varane's back. I don't know.
You're winning.
I reckon 2-1 Chelsea.
5-1 Fucking hell, that's modest. They're taking you to the absolute cleaners.
No, I feel like you think that, but it'll be a different game.
No.
Who did you say first? Did you say Man United first?
Chelsea.
Who's first?
Oh, okay. Oh,
8-0 Chelsea.
I reckon
They're not playing Arsenal, Lolo.
Oh, all right.
3-1.
Still looking for that
3-1 Chelsea.
Matty?
I love that.
3-1 Chelsea.
Ooh.
Oh, just copy me, mate.
And I'm going to go
What you said, to be honest.
2-0 Chelsea for me.
I'm joking.
Right, so our scores are in, lads. We will. I'll speak to John later, and I'll get his so he can take over from
David.
from Dave.
What's his face?
What was the final score of that?
4-0. Even Werner scored.
Yeah, but Juve are shit.
Yeah, they're not the side they were, for sure.
Ever since Ronaldo left.
Yeah. Right, so now, boys, next one up. Donkey of the week. Who are your nominations?
Unanimous, surely.
Next. When
Hands
Harry
up,
met Sally. When Harry met Watford.
When Harry met Cleverly.
Are we all doing it, boys? Is it unanimous?
Easy.
I mean, baller. Who's baller?
Put it up. Put the donkey up.
Baller.
Well done, Harry. Well done, that man. And now you know what's coming next, boys.
Hey, boy.
Baller of the week. So
I've just been looking through the games to see if I can find one, to be fair.
What are you struggling?
That was Ben's for
You can't be struggling.
Why, is there an obvious one? Is there?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
there's a
we'll go
few.
with you then, Greg. You start us off. By the
Well,
way,
obviously I can't pick.
Well, before you do, have a read of that. I don't know if you've seen it, but Calvin Phillips for absolutely fucking launching Andre Mariner, the motherfucking DRE.
If I was going to give it to Calvin, it'd be for that little challenge he done at the end of the game on Kane when they was breaking. I thought that was phenomenal.
Superb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously.
That fucking kills me. That
yeah. So, Greg, who's your baller, mate?
Well, I mean, obviously I can't. Obviously, with our performance, I can't pick any of our players anyway. But there was a few that I mean, Cancelo's pass was a joke. Just for that pass alone, he could be baller.
He's doing bits every week, every game. Though,
Obviously, I mean, Rodri's goal was decent as well, which was easily worthy. But I'm going for someone that I've already put his name forward a few weeks ago. But Cornet. No, not Joe Linden. No, Cornet. I mean, do you know what? You rave like you obviously rave about Rafinha and
he's there, Rafinha.
Yeah, like he is there, Rafinha, and obviously to have signed him for Burnley from Lyon. There's some persuading going on there. Seriously, like.
Well, do you know?
And he's just come in. Well, not really.
Hasn't he scored 5 goals in 5 Premier League games and no?
And they've all been bangers. They've all been bangers as well.
Did you see the goal that he scored at the weekend?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why he's my baller, like 100%.
Well, he was linked with quite a few sides, and quite a lot of teams were interested. We were one of them. But one of the reasons a lot of people didn't go for him is his attitude. He falls out with every club he's been at. He ends up. Like, even all the fans are like, get rid of the fucker. Like, Leon wanted him out. All their fans
you just ruined my thunder.
And it's nothing to do with his ability. He's got all the ability in the world.
But
you
all need one of them players, man.
And then he'll have one little thing that he doesn't like, and his toys out the pram, and you won't get a fucking anything out of him. But while it lasts, it's going to be sensational because he's got so much talent, man.
He's quality.
But yeah, so the Maxwell Cornet for Greg. Matty?
Yeah.
Lolo has absolutely stole my show there. St. Maximin. I mean, I was watching the game and I saw the extensive highlights of him. Every time he gets on the ball, he just looks like he can go past anyone he wants. He controls the speed of what he does. And when he starts moving and he opens them legs, you just can't catch him. And his ball control is unbelievable. If he was playing in a better side, people would be up his jacksy even more.
I love him.
Yeah, but
I'd love him.
If he was, do you know what? If he was slightly better technically, to do with his finishing and stuff like that.
Yeah. He needs to add more goals.
His level, but it's that last little bit of technique. Yeah. Like his shots are very like not fully they're not fully controlled. There's not a lot of finesse. If it's that last little percentage that would just make him world class.
He's the difference. If say they didn't have a takeover,
because he gets you off the seat. Like he's a joke.
He's got that much about him. I'd love to see him at fucking Arsenal. I think he's fucking.
He's great to watch, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love the headband. I love the headband as well.
Headband 1 week.
Just like fucking.
The next week.
Just trust me.
He probably walks into anyone out of the top 4, really. Like,
did you see that?
I'd have him all day. I'd have him at Liverpool.
I don't think he'd start.
Did you see that move when he had the ball and he done the shimmy like 1 foot to the other foot and totally done the defender?
He is a younger Mane. Like he's a younger Mane. You know what I mean? He would be as good.
He's a nice bloke, Maximin.
Didn't he give a fan $2,000 before the game?
Yeah. No, watch. It was a tag. It was a tag. It was a tag watch.
No, fucking fair play.
Right. Well, mine is a bit left field. It's Christian Benteke.
Oh yeah.
He's been brilliant last few weeks, and I thought he was quality again the weekend. He's been pretty lethal in front of goal. So fair play to him.
He missed a few. He could have had that trick.
But fucking, he ain't scored for God knows how long, and now
he's
fun. So he's been
that chance that Vidra missed at the end was criminal because his first touch was out of this world.
Yeah,
and then to not score. But I just can't get over. Sean Dyche's voice. Let's have a chat about Sean Dyche's voice. I mean, how many is going to kill that throat? Because it's getting worse. It's actually getting worse.
He needs Cavonia ASAP.
Edinson
Other cough syrups are available.
Edinson Cavonia.
I love the taste of Cavonia, man. When I've got a Darren Gough, I love going to fucking get.
I prefer Galloway's, mate. I like a Galloway.
You got a Richard Gough.
Cod liver oil for me. No, joking.
Matty, oh no, you done yours. Kyle, sorry, who's yours?
Well, I was going to go Jota, but obviously we can't pick from our own team. So
fuck off.
No, I'm pretty going to go Jota. To be fair, I just thought he played phenomenal. I thought he played phenomenal the weekend.
The way he sat Ramsdale.
I mean, that's like I said earlier. It was so good to see. Like it was just. Yeah, and I think I think he's slotting into that Liverpool team so well as well. Like, I thought it'd be a bit of a.
Only because Firmino's having his veneers fixed for the 18th time, so he'll be back next week.
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he.
I think Jota complements him better. Like he complements him maybe even better. He can header. He can do anything.
They can't stop scoring.
Right,
I like him.
So this is going to go to
fans vote, then, isn't it?
Audience vote, yeah. So we've got Alan Saint-Maximin, Diogo Jota. Who was yours?
Cornet.
Maxwell Cornet. And Christian Benteke.
Yeah.
So so Lolo's gone in. Jota is amazing, works his arse off. True.
Oh, fuck him.
Whack your comments in, guys, as to who you're voting for out of those.
Maximum.
Ben Ireland, Jota. It's looking like Jota.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, look at Kyle sticking his hands up. Oh,
do I get 5 more points for this or what?
Nah, right, so I don't think anyone else has thrown. We've got one for Sam.
Maximum, yes, Bandy.
Ooh.
Yes, Bandy.
We need a few more comments.
Yeah, but That's
Oh,
still
no,
free.
Lolo's on St. Max
Yes,
as well.
Lolo.
He's already voted.
He's already voted.
He was just commenting.
He was
Just
commenting, not voting.
Oh, so who's his? Come on, who's his vote? Is it St. Max?
Final
Yeah,
comment now,
St.
Lolo.
Max.
No, that ain't no. Have a think about it for a minute, Lolo.
Just because you got all the correct scores doesn't mean you can get to decide baller of the week as well.
Stop
calling him Kyle.
St. Max,
sorry,
there you
Bob.
go. Right, it's done.
Stop calling him Kyle. It's Bob. That's what my goldfish say when I go and feed them.
Shmee.
Right, so there we go. It's Alan St. Maximan.
Yes.
So, Matty, you have nailed baller of the week for this week.
I'll get points for that. I need to catch him.
No.
No.
I should get points for that just because I'm so fucking far away.
Just give him 2. Go on, give him 2. Go on, it's fine.
I'll take
him
2.
Give him 2 of mine.
Brett's top on alphabetical.
But yeah, so that brings the episode to an end, ladies and gents. We, just as a side note as well, obviously last week we had professional boxer Hannah Bagley joined us, and she is fighting on the 18th of December at York Hall. Us four. Oh no, Greg. I don't think Greg can make it, but me, Matty, and Kyle are going to do our Only Football Fans Christmas do.
I'm going there next week.
You are, yeah. You're doing the
GoPros. GoPros, lads.
He's doing the John Terry. He's doing the double.
We're going to be going to the fight, so we're doing the £50 tickets. So if any of you guys that are watching want to come, get in touch with me because we're going to be booking the tickets on Friday with Hannah's promoter. We're going direct through her. So if any of you want to jump on it, get in touch with me either in the comments or on Twitter or whatever, and we will be more than happy for you guys to come along with us.
Include you, Lolo, as well. Lolo,
Leeds fan base to join us at York Hall.
Yeah, and the other thing, talking of Lolo there mentioning Calvin and talking about the Leeds fan base, a little side story. I did send it to you boys. I put it on our Twitter and that as well through the week. So Tubes from Soccer AM, who we've sort of been in contact, got a bit of a contact with him. He messaged me in the week because he was up at Thorpe Arch, Leeds United's training ground, interviewing Calvin Phillips for Soccer AM on Sky Sports. And he basically, look, obviously Calvin's a bit of a hero of mine, and I've drummed it into my kids to love Leeds. And through the summer, my daughter fell in love with Calvin Phillips through the whole England in the Euros. And he's her favourite player as well. Not that she knows the ins and outs of football. She knows he's Leeds and he's England and she sees him and whatever. So she loves Calvin. And I had a little video on my phone of my daughter, basically my missus asking my daughter who her favourite club is and who her favourite footballer is. And because Tubes was obviously going to be with Calvin, I sent it to him so he could show him. And we got a video message back from Calvin himself. And then I've got a little video, which I'm just going to play now, which is the original of my daughter being sent to them, then Calvin's response, and then my daughter's response to seeing Calvin's video. So I'm just going to whack this up for you guys to have a look at now.
Thank you.
Who's your favourite football team?
Leeds.
Yeah, and who's your favourite Leeds player?
Calvin Phillips.
Hi Eleni, it's Calvin Phillips. Just want to thank you for all your support and I wish you all the best.
Do you know who that is first?
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah. Right, do you want to see what he says?
Hi Eleni, it's Calvin Phillips. Just want to thank you for all your support and I wish you all the best.
So yeah,
legend,
what a legend Calvin is, and to be fair, what a legend Tubes is for asking him.
Well done.
Yeah, so
that's lovely.
Calvin Phillips, and thanks Tubes.
Like Calvin even more than I already did.
Do you know what I mean?
What a guy.
It's quite a sort of big thing for Tubes to even ask that. Do you know what I mean? To say to someone, well, like they probably got a decent relationship anyway, but to even give it to him is have a look at, can we send one back, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I assume that's how it went down. I don't know, but
Tubes, let us know when you're going Old Trafford to interview one of them.
I'll have a word with him.
You have no trouble getting a ticket now, Kyle. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They'll be given away for free through the council soon.
It's been
On a
quite
pint of milk.
sweet actually since she's like obviously had that video. I think she now thinks that I'm like mates with him or something because when she sees him like on the telly when we was playing the weekend, like when there's like a set piece and that, and it cuts to like the camera a bit closer up in the box, and she could see Calvin. She was, oh, there he is. There's Calvin Phillips. Like proper like going mental every time she saw him on the screen. So
To be fair, you need to hook. You probably need to talk to Tubes. Hook us up if he goes to Man United, Liverpool, or Arsenal.
Yeah.
We've all got kids.
Yeah, don't forget the rest of us, Tube. Yeah.
The problem is the only two players Hudson knows is fucking Pogba and Ronaldo. I don't know. Is he going to get them?
Yeah, I wouldn't ask anyway. No.
Not famous enough.
Unless it's the real Ronaldo.
It's all right. He follows me on Twitter. I'll DM him.
Pogba in the reserves, or where is he? Where's
He's
he gone?
injured, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Bremner's Ghost, Guildford. Are you local then? Are you Surrey boy? Are you Bremner's Ghost?
Nah,
Or is
he's
he-
just throwing it in with the area. If he is
You never know. You never know. There's more of us down here than you think.
really
They're fucking everywhere.
fucking
are.
everywhere.
Italy, mainly Italy. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, so that brings the episode to a close anyway, ladies and gents. So yeah, like I said, any of you want to come? Oh, he's a wakey lad.
I told you you weren't.
Any of you want to come to Hannah's fight? Get in touch with
Bob
us,
might get a message from Ollie.
and it'd be good to see you lot have a few drinks and support Hannah. And yeah, other than that, thank you for everyone watching.
Cheers, Bandy.
Like, subscribe, share, all of that rubbish. And
Thank you,
yeah,
everyone.
Thanks, guys.
we'll see you next Tuesday at 9. Oh, we are, by the way. Bremner's brother-in-law's from Guildford, though.
He don't count then.
Yeah,
He's
especially
gotta go.
being a Spurs fan. Bad times. But yeah,
He's gotta go.
till next time, guys. All the best.